Longtime Go-Go's fan, of course, like the whole world should be. So there you are.
Thank you.
Well, congrats on everything. First of all, let me just say how exciting it is to be talking to both of you. And there's new Go-Go's music. That's the best.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. How exciting is it to have a new Go-Go song for the world? I've heard it. It's awesome. It's just really a cool thing.
Oh, I'm, it's funny because it just, for me, singing a Go-Go song and singing the new song, we haven't recorded anything, I think, how long? 20 years? Something like that. But it's just like riding a bike. You just jump on the bike and you ride again. I mean, it just fit. Everybody fit. Don't you think?
And the crazy thing is that for not recording 20 years, we got together and in 2 days we knocked that song out. Belinda had her vocal done. I mean, it was an amazing thing. I was like, wow, we're really professionals. After all these years, right? We're still a punk band at heart, and but it was kind of amazing how I couldn't believe it in 2 days.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
It's like
Does it make you want to get back in there and do more when the world comes back together? Something to
Perhaps. You never know. Our motto is never say never. We've said, oh, we don't want to do this, we want to do that. And then something happens and we're like, oh, of course we'll do that.
Everything with the Go-Go's has happened organically. And, I mean, it's just, if something presents itself and it makes sense for everybody and it's fun, which was a really important criteria.
Absolutely.
Then we'll do it, and it was funny because the documentary, once we were presented with that, we knew it was a good idea, but it's a really heavy duty thing to want to commit to. We were going back and forth for about 1.5 years, I think, Gina, wasn't that?
Yeah, well, we were kind of worried. I mean, we wanted something on film to represent us in a way that we'd all be happy with. I mean, some stuff's going to be a little ugly, but that's life. And so,
yeah.
But as anyone would, I mean, my God, we've been around for over 40 years. We want something to be that represents us in a way that we feel is honest, but not salacious. And, we don't want another VH1, put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the good parts of what's in this movie, the glee of you guys coming together and the love of the music and the craft of the music and those early years, did you feel that excitement in putting this together? Because I felt it as an audience member. Hopefully it was there for you guys making this.
Yes.
I mean, Alison, it was funny because when we decided to go ahead and do it and with Alison, and we said, okay, well, we want final cut. And she's like, no, and she was right about that because, in Go-Go's, typical Go-Go's fashion, we would have gone in there and messed it all up. And it wouldn't have been as good as Alison's presentation.
She's the director. It's got to be her vision. So, we did it. Ultimately agreed. I mean, that's what you have a director for. And hopefully it's somebody that everybody feels in tune with. We love, she's such a smart woman. We love her politics. She rescues animals. I mean, she's right exactly like we are. And so,
she gets us.
Yeah, she gets us. And so we felt safe once we got to hang out with her. And even when we were recording it, it was like, she's asking things that are actually important to ask and not just the bullshit stuff. That a lot of times happens with a band that's been around as long as us. My God, there's a lot of there's many years to take from.
Yeah. How hard is it to go back? Because you've gone back in various ways before, but to do this, to really go back and deal with everything, the good and the bad, is that difficult to do? Is it easier than it looks?
I think it's hard to remember a lot because everything went so fast and there were a lot of chemicals and stuff involved too. So, but it's a long time ago. So it's interesting because, and Alison said it was pretty funny because everyone, when she brought up like a certain topic, everyone had a different recollection of that event or whatever. So she said it was like, it was kind of all over the place. And I think she figured out I know she figured out the correct way to go with everything. But I think just a memory of trying to rack your brain and remember things. That was
ultimately, it's probably take a little bit of what everyone has to say and put that together, and maybe that'll be like the actual thing that happened. But I think, yeah, everybody does remember things differently. But for the most part, we're all on the same track about most of the things that happened in the band.
Not that you guys are done. Hopefully this is a new beginning. But to see you two here and to see the film, and I talked to other band members recently, there's a big sense of a happy ending. The movie had a happy ending in so many ways, and there's a happiness to all of this. How much of that do you feel? Because it's great for me, and hopefully I see it in your faces, that this is a great time to still be a go-go.
I think we're in a good place right now. I feel like, we've all grown up, and everybody, instead of screaming and hollering at each other about things, now we have conversations, we actually communicate, and that makes a big difference. And for whatever reasons, like the stars are aligned and things are like in place for things to happen, recording this single and doing this documentary and, going on tour. All these things make sense, except we do have the COVID issue, but But other than that, than the pandemic, we're fine.
You guys are doing a lot of looking back this year for lots of reasons, but is it much easier when you have something so new and fresh and forward looking to look back to, so you're not just, we're not talking about things 40 years ago, we're talking about now, the future of the Go-Go's, which is very exciting.
Yeah, it's nice to think like we're still here at this age and this year. I'm just happy we're all still alive and healthy.
Yeah, and thriving.
And thriving. I mean, I always envisioned us, I've told Jane this many times, like 90 years old and still like talking. And I mean, it's like, I can see that with all of us. It's just weird. I mean, I imagine we're going to have this like whole other section of our lives and then we're still going to be connected. We'll always be connected. So it's a nice thing.
Yeah.
If you, and I know this is something you've talked about before, but put into words why you think that is, because there's been breaks and there's time on your own and there's been problems, there's been issues and wonderful things in between, but you all do seem to keep coming back to each other. And I know it's not all about the money. I know it's not all about whatever someone's asking you to do. At this point in your career, it has to be because you want to. So put into words what that feeling is and why you guys do end up in a room together doing it again.
Because, Jane, do you mind if I start?
Go for it.
Okay, because when we get together, something happens. And what is that, Jane? I guess it's just that chemistry that we've always felt. And it's really great. And it can go, that energy can go really bad or it can go really great. And when we went to Sundance at the beginning of the year with our documentary, that energy went to the best place it's ever been. And we reconnected, and I think after everyone watched the documentary, it really, for me, I had such a different level of respect for everyone in this band. And it really, I don't know, we all just had this epiphany. And it's really exciting to have that at our age and everything we've been through, and to really, really love and care about these other people that we've known for so long.
And I think that's a result of Alison Ellwood, the director, having an outside set of eyes and brain to look at what we did, piece it all together from 78 to 2020. And like when you see the whole arc of what we were and what we are, oh my God, it was so moving for us. I mean, it was like my heart, I just totally fell in love with the girls all over again. I mean, we've been working for years and years repairing our relationships as we get older and wiser and more empathic. But I think that doc was just huge for all of us. And you have to understand that these relationships the five of us have with each other are the oldest relationships we have in our lives other than our immediate families. So it really is like a marriage of five women together. And besides the like musical chemistry and the magic, like Charlotte said, I just think there's an emotional connection that we will never ever get over, no matter what happens.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.